So, Lord Cat, what are Baron Duck's thoughts on this whole Ferguson situation?
Well, you see, if the
Quack, quack.
protesters had been a bit more civilized, this wouldn't have happened, and they'd still be chanting their, what was it? No shoot, no loot? I forget. But unfortunately, a few of them got rowdy, and the cops had to shut the whole thing down. It's a very terrible situation where Talsor-Geddon's actually echoing for me, so if he could stop that, it'd be great. But it is just a very distracting thing to have happen. But it's a very sad situation. I really truly feel for my black brethren. I hope that they are well. I hope that everything is okay, and I hope that their protests can continue unabated until they receive the news that they've been waiting for. Hopefully, this will not explode like a keg, if you will.
Bullshit, you're watching and taking bets with your friends whilst eating from a big bucket of popcorn.
Kind of want to punch you in the teeth, Duck.
Kind of punch you in the balls right now.
Sure, this is what the colonials are doing nowadays for fun.
I see that this is what the proletariat does for fun nowadays. It's very sad.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey, Howard Stern's penis, Baba Booey.
Okay, if you don't want to go to India, we could go to Kansas and go to the Kansas Barbed Wire Museum.
Fuck yeah.
How desperate are you for tourism? I mean, really? Seems like that could be, merged with another museum. You don't really need one whole museum for that. I mean, maybe I just don't understand the importance of barbed wire, but...
Well, you see here, Flux, barbed wire had a very important role in the history of the creation of the United States of America.
Ah, thank you, Foghorn Leghorn.
You're welcome.
I thought that was your snobbish voice for a moment.
Nah.
No, see, this is the snobby voice.
Yeah.
That's the voice that gets me kicked in the nuts by Flux in October.
Or
I'm
It's
the one
coming.
that kicks you in the nuts.
You're gonna see it's gonna be like a Charlie Brown wind-up run.
I've got a gun that can shoot a pound of birdshot into the air. I wonder if I can fix a boot onto the end of that. To punt gun and kick Jason in the nuts for the snob voice.
You only don't like snob voice because you're not as rich and as acquainted with the other wealthy as I am. You're just jealous, sir.
Really? Really? That's where we're gonna go with this?
I don't understand. You're just poor.
Well,
Oh, I
I look
understand.
ahead.
I understand you're an obnoxious shit.
Listen, if you were in my position, what would you do to black people? I mean, they're
Nothing.
just gonna steal things from you, so you have to put them in a ghetto.
What would I do? I would go get some chicken fried steak and eat chicken fried steak with them.
No, see, you're not thinking like a rich white man would, see?
That's because I'm smarter than a rich white man.
Well, the problem is, I'm rich, so that says you're dumb.
No, it means you are just lucky in your birth, mother.
Well, unfortunately for you, I worked hard to earn my wealth.
And what did you do
Prove
to
it.
earn your wealth?
I murdered my father and was put myself in the will. Did you
I
think to
see.
do that with your rich father? No.
Well, I didn't have a rich father. Like I said, you just got lucky.
Maybe your genes are inferior to my own.
No, I'm
That's a
pretty
pretty
certain
sexy
that
pants.
poor person genes are infinitely superior to inbred rich genes.
Can I make this guy sound any more
God,
douchey?
I just want to hit you so hard.
Fucking yuppie duck.
Wow, Jason, I actually felt anger towards you.
And duck fetus was tasty.
Would
was
you
like-
try?
It was like the fattiest, purest bone marrow you've ever had. Really fucking good.
Would you try duck vagina?
Sure. You better get me two, though. I want to eat one and I'll try and fuck one.
Would you fuck it then eat it?
Nah.
Or what order is this gonna be in?
Well, that's why I have two of them. One of them I eat, one of them I fuck, and if it's a good enough fuck, I store it in the freezer.
Ah,
Yeah, by the way, don't ducks have cloacas? Don't they not have vaginas?
Ducks?
Yeah,
I'm actually gonna Google this now.
yeah they're egg laying, aren't they? They have cloacas, don't they?
Yes, ducks lay eggs.
We should ask Mr. Duckington. Mr. Duckington's sleeping.
Ding ding, Lord Cat wins the internet. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. 8704. My duck cock is about a 17-foot long corkscrew.
No, let's not
How
get
do
this
do you-
here.
Do you even walk?
I don't walk, I fly, sir. Walking is for peasants.
So what's it like having your own clearance?
It's fantastic. I own 17 Boeing 747s. Sometimes I like to fly them all at once and put little hallways between them so I can walk between them.
It's probably the only time you'll fit your schlong into them anyway. That's probably why they're 747s.
I kind of wonder how Mr. Duckington will play Just Cause 2.
I don't play video games myself. I don't get my precious fingers dirty, you see. So I hire people to play games for me, and then I hire maids to clean off everything to make sure those icky germs don't get spread to my pure body.
How you of you?
What, do you have a caravan for your schlong while you're at it?
No, that's funny you ask, sir. I have the finest Mideast traders carry my cock around. Mr. Duckington, how do you pay the people that play the games for you? So you get to be as rich as I am by paying people. No. They're indentured servants. God bless Saudi Arabia.
You'd laugh, but it's fucking true.
Well, my good fellows, I believe I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to have to roll into my bedrobes and go ahead and crawl into bed, although I won't be crawling into bed, I'll be carried into bed, of course, you see, by 17 virgins, all of which I pay in peanuts because they don't know any better. Thank God for the life I live, because if I didn't live this life, I'd be one of you, and I'd just fucking shoot myself. Good night!
No, but in all seriousness, good night, guys.
You know what? I'm gonna give this Lego article a try as Mr. Duckington. How's that sound?
Lego is a brand of building block toys. They are noted for their durability and ease of use, allowing the creation of almost anything imaginable. Needless to say, Chris has relied heavily on Lego blocks to put his creations into reality. They were a staple gift during his childhood Christmas, his late teens, and his early 20s. Even today, they remain a centerpiece of his life, with Chris spending literal thousands on Lego sets.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Like you're speaking for a documentary.
Like someone needs therapy?
Sounds like Mr. Duckington.
Like someone needs a fist to the throat.
I do not require therapy, sir, nor a fist to the throat. I think you plebeians just don't understand the glory that is Mr. Duckington.
I understand it, and I still want to beat the crap out of you.
I think you're just a retarded little girl in a wheelchair. There, I said it.
Fuck
I feel
you.
better.
Fuck you, Duckington.
Yes, you wish you could, don't you?
No, I mean in the way of like beating you, like having someone beat you up and leave you for dead.
That's awfully mean of you. I don't know why you would express these emotions towards me.
Mr. Duckington, how many chimneys does your house have?
Oh, my house has 27 and a half fireplaces. We count a half because it's a two-way fireplace that covers two rooms, so we don't count it as one full chimney fireplace.
My question was about chimneys, though.
Well, we have 27 and a half fireplaces, ergo we have 27 chimneys.
Wouldn't that be 28 chimneys?
No, it would be 27 chimneys. The other fireplace is shared between two rooms, so we call it a half. But it's still one fireplace. So one chimney. Why would we have two chimneys for one fireplace, sir?
Okay. Now, here's my question.
Yes?
How many of those chimneys are lit at once? Or how many of those fireplaces, rather?
Oh, well, sir, I have enough money to have all of those fireplaces lit at all times, but we don't light them during the summertime, obviously. I mean, why would you ever light a fireplace in the middle of the New Hampshire summers?
Well, what if it's a particularly cold night?
Well, if it's particularly cold, we may actually go outside and light an outdoor fire pit and roast marshmallows on the fire. Oh, it's so delicious. You get the little graham crackers and the chocolate bars. The s'mores are just absolutely wonderful. But if it's really, really cold outside, like unusually cold, we light a fire or two, or 27 inside. I've no problem with that. You see, we own several acres of land, so I could just cut down trees willy-nilly. It's quite all right.
But you're a duck-acting human. Are you an opposite of a furry?
I don't quite know what that is. I'm not very furry. I'm feathery, if that's what you're implying. But, I groom myself daily.
What I mean is, a furry is a person that acts like who dresses up like an animal. You seem to be the opposite of that.
Oh, how astute of you. Did you also know that I'm rich and pretentious?
That was obvious from your voice, regardless what you look like.
Yes. Well.
So, quick
yes?
question. What's your bank account like?
I've got several bank accounts, so they can be covered under several insurance policies, just so in case any one of them fails, I'm still rich and wealthy beyond imagination. I'm so rich, in fact, that my online banking accounts, you see, they can't display the correct number in the bank account. I've actually got to go to the bank in person to check the current balance, and it's just so ridiculous that I don't even pay attention to it.
Hey, Dr. or Mr. Duckington. Sorry, I almost
you can call me Dr. Duckington. I do have a doctorate in economy.
In economy? Okay. Well, since you're a man of your stature who has so much money, what is your income from?
Well, I do believe I've covered this before, my good man. My income comes from a variety of businesses that I run in several niches, including real estate. I happen to own all of Staten Island, and I'm currently building up more real estate property on Staten Island, and I'm building up property in Red Hook, Brooklyn as well. And I also own almost all of the block housing, row housing up in, what's that place called? That nice fancy place with all of the good artisanal coffee. Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Yes, indeed.
Oh, they have the pieces of Brooklyn are divided up?
Well, they're called neighborhoods.
So do you also own the world's largest landfill in Staten Island?
No, I've actually I've kept my beak out of that. I want to keep it clean, you see. Too much mobster activity in that.
So you have nothing to do with the fact that there's nuclear waste there.
That is correct.
See now, Mr. Duckington, a man of your Dr. Duckington.
Thank you.
A man of your stature.
Yes.
How Jewish are you? From Adam Sandler to Colin Powell.
Oh my!
Wait, Colin Powell's Jewish?
Well, I'm not Jewish at all, my good man. I'm in fact a duck. Quack quack.
Well, ducks are kosher.
Yes, but doesn't make me Jewish. I can assure you, Michael. I can assure you that my corkscrew cock is fully inflatable.
Now, have you ever sold the services of your corkscrew cock for money?
No, I'm very proud to say that I've never actually sold myself. However, I have paid for some interesting evenings, shall we say?
So you paid for hookers?
Oh, I paid for more than that, darling. I have thrown the wildest parties. Have you ever been strung up by your back by meat hooks on a ceiling? It's quite enthusiastically enthralling.
Most ducks would love to hate you.
Quack, quack.
I thought a man of your stature didn't hire hookers.
Oh, no. I don't hire hookers. I have women who want to be with me. I hire the prop men and the stagehands to set up the meat hooks on the ceiling, of course, and to raise and lower us as we see fit.
You're a masochist.
Sadomasochist, madam. Sadomasochist.
So a man of your stature knows that some of the world's most influential people have always had their kinks. Yes. So do you have a room dedicated specifically to bondage?
A room, sir? Sir, a room? Ha! A man of my stature doesn't dedicate a room to bondage. Oh, no.
So, a section of your house?
Excuse me, could you not speak over me, madam? It's quite rude. So, as I was saying, sir, it's in a room. No, not a room. A room, a man of my stature, sir. The big house that Bill Gates was building, the multi-billion-dollar house he was building out in Washington?
Nope.
Well, look it up.
No.
Well, look it up. Is his house out there? That's my sex dungeon.
Oh, interesting. Do you keep it fully staffed and fully clean?
Of course, at all the time.
That has to be quite a heavy burden on a bank account of anybody's.
Well, not mine. It's roughly only $40,000 a month to run it, and it's next to nothing.
That says your bank account is impossibly large.
So, okay.
Well, madam, I do believe maybe you're not quite familiar with economics. So, $40,000 a month is nothing compared to what I make.
Okay, so you said you own mainly real estate business. How has
I own several businesses. Real estate is my main property.
Okay, then how has the preceding recession, the Great Recession, as they've been calling it, affected you?
Well, see, my good friend Warren Buffett advised me on what to do, and I was able to get out of that situation before it really affected me, then bought back in near the bottom. It's been upwards from there.
You magnificent bastard!
Oh, thank you, madam.
So what did you use to escape the clutches of the Great Recession?
Oh, I didn't use anything to escape them. I sold my housing to some poor schmoes who went bankrupt during it and bought it back from them for pennies on the dollar. I made quite the profit.
So you have less ethics than most companies.
Madam, ethics are for two people. People who have morals and businesses that want to go bankrupt. I am neither of those.
Right, I just punched my microphone. Hold on. Okay. I had something else in mind, but then I almost dropped my microphone. Now I forget.
Well, sir, it's been a lovely interview. Is there anything else you need from the great Dr. Duckington?
Yes, Dr. Duckington. Would you be available for a loan?
Would I be available for a loan myself?
I need a loan from you.
Oh, you need a loan from me. Perhaps. What is this loan for?
I need $3 million. And since since a man of your stature can afford to pay 40 grand a year or 40 grand a month for an upkeep of a sex dungeon, I'm sure that 3 million is no hassle at all.
My good sir, it's not the amount of money, it's the why you need it.
Well, you see, I'm Jewish, so I have to eat money to survive.
That's a shame. I would surely love to donate to the cause of helping the Jews eat, especially your horribly persecuted people. It's a real shame what has happened to them. Now, what is the name of this charity that I'll be donating to?
It's the Help Bluefire Live charity.
The Help Bluefire Live charity. And do you have any previous charitable organizations that you've worked with?
Yes, I have worked with Help the Jews, Hitler's a douche, and Fuck Germany.
Well, unfortunately, I do have family in Germany. Quack quack. That's a little bit of a problem. Tell you what, have you ever needed a loan before for your charities?
No, I did not. This is a new startup.
Oh, this is a new startup. So you're not really looking for a loan so much as you're looking for a angel investor, shall we say?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. I'm not big into the angel investment angle of things, but I could give it a shot. Tell me, what's your year-over-year growth with the company?
30%.
30% of what?
Of 30,000.
30,000. So year over year, you've had $30,000 and then grew it by 30%. Isn't that what you're saying?
Yes.
And how does that look month over month? How's the month over month breakdown?
$30 a month.
$30 a month. How did you turn that into $30,000 a year with a 30% increase?
Doubling it. You see, when you square something.
Yes.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I had something in my foot.
Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to decline this angel investment money.
But see, here is a great opportunity for you, because since we are a nonprofit organization, your donation is tax deductible. That'll definitely help with all of those heavy taxes that a man of your stature, I'm sure, has to deal with.
Taxes, that's so cute. You think? Oh my good man. Well, I appreciate it. The tax deductions are not what I'm after. Believe me, with all of the ex-IRS agents in my employ, I'm well suited to deal with the tax situation. Okay.
Okay. You in?
Bluefire, if
haggling.
you're eating money, I think you need to go see a doctor.
People
Yes,
have to
madam.
eat money.
Well, Mr. Bluefire, I'm glad we had this time together. I'm sorry that you could not best Mr. Duckington in an improv interview, but one day you will. One day.
I don't care.
Just like one day I'll be able to watch the goddamn Royal Rumble on the WWE network.
Mr. Duckington, with your money, you could easily purchase the WWE in its entirety and watch it as much as you wished.
That is assuming I thought it could make money, which I don't.
That's your decision.
Keep in mind, Mr. Duckington can't exactly just buy out Vince McMahon. He's kind of a stubborn bastard.
I think you could buy out anybody if you give them the right amount of money.
Well, and given Mr. Duckington's vast network of contacts, I'm sure Vince McMahon would not last long if the need arose.
Now, I do have a question for you, Mr. Duckington.
Yes, good sir.
What would you suggest investing in? Say, for example, you had just $1 million lying around.
Yes, if you just had $1 million lying around, I would currently hold on to it and wait for oil to bottom out, and then buy. I currently estimate that to bottoming out around the $30 to $20 level. So keep an eye on it then, because it can't go much lower than that given the oil supplies in the world. And then once the U.S. shale market starts to crack and the Canadian market finally dries up, the Saudis will bounce back and stop flooding the market with oil, driving the price up. And that is your buy point right there for oil, about the $30 to $20 mark. I'd put all $1 million in that.
Good advice.
That actually was kind of good advice, wasn't it? Yes, well, it is getting quite late, and I am a bit tired. I've been traveling all day, of course, giving word of my seminars. So, I would, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I will take my leave for the evening. Yes.
Ta-ta, good sir. Ta-ta.
Cheerio.
Go fuck yourself.
I heard that, Elon.
I'm waving, but you can't see it.